Hey Stevie Nicks, are you ready for a kitty door? You ready to wreak havoc on this property?
Well, a couple weeks back, we were having some mice issues. We could hear them underneath the house, starting to drive me insane. I saw an ad for Barnyard Cat. We jumped on it. Anyway, we named her Stevie Nicks. She's been under the house for a little while. I did a video on her. Check it out right there, and we'll pick up from there. I've got this kitty door that I want to install. This is definitely not the pretty side of the house, but it's what I got to work with. This is where the kitty door is going to go. Now at this point, Stevie Nicks, she's been under the house, I don't know, probably 2 months, maybe 10 weeks roughly. It's time to let her out and explore the property. I'm pretty sure at this point she feels safe and comfortable in there. I haven't heard any signs of mice, any activity under the house in regards to that for a long time. So whatever issues we were having mice related have been resolved, and it's time for her to get some freedom here. Now, with this kitty door, sign of the times when it comes to the quality of products that we are using these days in our consumerism here. I've got instructions in French and Spanish, which does me a whole lot of good. I've got a piece of paper that talks about if you're missing parts, call us before you return it. And I've also got a warning here that says you're putting a hole in your house and things might crawl through the hole. This product is made in Thailand, and it's of course got the California Prop 65 warning on it, basically saying everything that's in this product is cancerous and it's going to kill you. You can't even buy an apple these days without seeing that thing. The one frustrating part above all else with this is that I've put in a number of these things over the last couple of years, and they always usually come with a template so you know what you're cutting out in the wall. There's no template for this. So I'm going to have to use half the brain that God gave me and figure out how to install this with a little bit of common sense. Now, because I'm not using an actual door, this is just a piece of plywood here that I'm going to be installing. I'm not going to be able to use both sides of this. So really what I'm going to be installing is just this half of it, and this back end of it, I'm just pretty much going to throw it by the wayside. It's kind of irrelevant to the situation. I just need this front piece because there's not a gap that I'm working with. There's just a little teeny thickness of the wood. So basically all I'm going to do is just trace this out, cut the hole in the wall, slap it in there, and put some screws. Pretty simple. Alright, well, because I'm doing this the way that I'm doing it, the screws that they came with are really long. I had to find some short screws because otherwise I'm going to have long screws on the other end sticking out. So I found the shortest screws that I could find will just barely come through this. So trying to keep it as safe as I can for the kitties. Perfect. You can barely even feel the screws on the other side. Today's been one of those days where it's been like pulling teeth just to find the 10 minutes to do this. So I'm glad I got it done. Stevie Nicks now has an opportunity to come out, do some exploring on the property, get some freedom. She's been in there long enough to where she's got to feel safe and secure. That's where the food, that's where the water is. She's got a litter box all accessible on the other side. So I'm ready for her to get out, do some exploring, and wreak some havoc on this property. So probably not going to be until the middle of the night she comes out, maybe even a few days, but it's there when she's ready. Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow.